Good morning to everyone. Today I would like to talk to you about the linkage between horticulture and Green Deal and how it's merging in same goal of sustainability. So I hope that this presentation will somehow address few of the interesting of each of you, including all the great partners from brand new Erasmus Plus project. The European Green Deal, it's a roadmap for making the EU's economy sustainable. And this means that it's a big step forward to the next generation of horticulture and the new era of mankind itself. Actually, European Union is setting up a huge engagement for a just and inclusive transition. Uh, we should also be prepared, all of us, in all of the field that we are acting, to just join and step forward in. This is an overarching of conceptual shift that we should have, and as I said, it covers all the sectors of the economy, and it means that agriculture and horticulture it's there and it's very present, and I think that all of us should be engaged in this big and huge project. Uh, for, uh, for all of them, it's obviously that it's a need for action, and this is very stressed from the all materials put from the European Commission. This chart already has been in depth discussed by my previous colleague, but only a few things that I just want to mark. It's an H letter that it's on the right and on the left side. And as you can see, horticulture can give input and can serve better to these challenges in most of them. So as you can see, for instance, increasing the EU's climate ambition from 2030 to 2050, actually it's this Commission ambition to foster a little bit from 40% to 55% by 2030. Horticulture is contributing by the way of sustainable use of natural resources and material consumption. So actually can also contribute better to this objective. And moving forward, we can see that looking at the supplying clean, affordable, and secure energy, even from this sector, horticulture can contribute as with horticultural waste for the renewable energy. So moving from the waste to the green energy, using the waste come from horticulture, and this is the conceptual that should be also included as a circular economy anyway. Um, for the industry point of view, actually it's a part of adaptation and reorientation of the industry to integrate horticulture into a precious input supplier, and look very careful and in depth. And this sector, it's obviously better for both sides of the partnerships, and we also can consider it's a big enclosure of innovative sustainable products that can be developed by the industry. A zero pollution ambition for a toxic-free environment. It's something that it's a promise, not only an engagement that we set up from now. And the free pesticides and clean technology for horticultural crops, it's something that we can do more from starting from today. Not at the least, because I don't want to take one by one by the end, but leave no one behind. It's something that should be also in our mind in each time when we are taking action. And this means that we are mandated to give everyone affordable food and contribute to the food security. So as you can see, horticulture is quite obvious present in all of this engagement for the Green Deal of European Union. Now, how is horticulture tackling the EU Green Deal's targets? And looking in deep in the implementation plan, then we see that few pointed stress out are quite present in day-by-day rethinking of the horticultural businesses themselves. So we go for sustainable and inclusive growth strategy to boost the economy. And horticulture, it's just a piece of the puzzle that I think it's growing more and more. And looking at the way that is developing everything, and the name actually green themselves, it's actually comes from horticulture at the end. So we can contribute also for tackling the climate change. And as you can see in the right picture, there are many activities that we are developing in horticulture, which can also make a fair economic return in the food chain. This is the picture that it's clouding us. So we're now from 2021 and looking forward for the first big step, which means 2030. And we set up really huge challenging targets. Then it's obviously a landscape for 2050. And European Unity, it's aiming that our continent should be climate neutral, and this cannot be without a circular economy. It's a joint endeavor of all our European countries, and it's something that we should move on. So this is the way that maybe we should go forward, and means that sustainability should not be just only a term that we are just saying every time. So it's something that we should have it in our mind and our action daily. The concept and farm to fork, it's already a promise for the sector, and comprise many things, but most of them, including horticulture, it's part of sustainable food production. So starting from a farm, yeah, from a food production, we can go forward for processing, consumption, and as I told previously, waste prevention and recirculating all the waste and get green energy at the end of the road. And this cannot be separated from the sustainable food system as a chain. And this should be also a chain of inclusive, resilient, diverse, responsible, and so on. Few key action for horticulture within farm to fork. So go deeper. We see that we can do more than contribute as a side domain. So we have to reduce by 50% the use and risk of chemical pesticide by 2030. And it's not much actually time left for that. We should act now. We should be prepared with all our strengths and all our management skills and all our young and youth that go to different faculties and train them how to do it better and better. The second one, it's reduce nutrient losses by at least 50% while it's ensuring the no deterioration of soil fertility. And this is a great restoring challenge that we need to take action really fast. Roxana said that sometimes it's somehow it's believed that organic means organic means horticulture and Green Deal, and I make some different perspectives on that. So organic farming, I would like to say that could be a lighthouse for sustainable agriculture. So everyone should take somehow looking inside and see what has been done already. And organic proved to be the most sustainable way of doing agriculture in this moment. And the future and the target for 2030 and 2050, actually it's organic became normal. So this also can be linked with the first key action point of reducing 50% of chemical pesticides. And obviously, European Union consider it really, really indeed this, and said that this is a promise that 25% of total farmland should be under organic farming by 2030. Uh, this percentage should be an average percentage of all our continent. So for Romania, in our case, from 7 to 8% right now, we should go 3 times more to just reach this percentage that should be a normal agriculture for the future. What means that in terms of industry and other side domains that are related to horticulture. So for industry, we should consider that Green Deal, it's a green challenge for, and also an opportunity to improve fertilizer, to better nutrient management, and also managing the nitrogen and phosphorus to the life cycle, precise fertilization techniques that we should adopt. So then we can jointly tackle this kind of opportunity. Um, it's very important also to take in consideration the biodiversity, and this is not something that we should disconsider it or make it as also something that is behind agriculture skills. So biodiversity is essential for life itself. We need to set up restoration targets, and restoring nature means direct and indirect local jobs. So it's already demonstrated that biodiversity is also a way to go back life to local communities and brings new jobs for them. We can contribute by, as horticulture field, with biodiversity friendly farming practices. And this is also close to organic farming. It's nothing that we can do it without taking consideration biodiversity when you want to do organic farming as a norm of agricultural um, practices. We are also should be responsible and restoring degraded ecosystem that happens to be made by all of us for many, many years with a different system that was not friendly with the environment. So we should today halt biodiversity losses. We should also bring back pollinators to agricultural land, and it seems that sometimes we don't look inside the biodiversity also for the animals and also for the insects, and looking as only to them as something that could damage our fields. So then it's something that we should shift our perspective in this way. We are also responsible to reduce pollution and reverse biodiversity in all means. I want to see that picture in Romania too, in our capital. So we should starting today to green our cities. It's an action that we need to take today. As a farmland, we need to have as a horticultural piece of puzzle, as I said, sustainable practices that should be normal, and preserving and restoring the land. It's also helping to mitigate climate change. And if we don't want to see the way that we go forward for the next decades, so we need to start looking to carbon sequestration by farmers. And for that, we should promote more the new technologies adapt for that. Farm to fork also is perceived as a global transition to sustainable food system as a whole chain. And this creates opportunities for the transition to a climate neutral European economy as it was set up by European Communion. And I would like to stress some few and concrete sustainable jobs and growths that can be also an opportunity looking at these objectives that was set up. And just to remind that we could invest in anaerobic digesters for biogas production. So it's also related to other industries, from agriculture waste and the market of pesticides containing biological active substances, and reinforce the environmental risk assessment of pesticides. So IPM also, it's something that can be more present in our horticultural practices. Uh, not far away from our days, it's a precision farming, which could be transformed by Agriculture 4.0. What means that farmers embrace drones, robots, automatic equipment, and such things that should go forward for a more sustainable and precise production, and more artificial intelligence that could drive us to the better sustainable crops in horticulture. Uh, Urban horticulture, I think it should be stressed more. And hopefully with this project, I hope that we can contribute more to this target. And I'm pretty sure that this famous partnership will do the best. A new concept, and see that big challenges to get green energy and to get more food with not wasting too much land. It's actually transforming in agrivoltaics, so we should be more innovative in our days. And horticulture is present in this, jointly endeavor of our to both energy and solar panels, just set up and shade a little bit, the all the fruit orchards, and can also go further for the viticulture and all other crops that can be also covered by these solar panels. So this new concept should drive us to better green adaptation of all our horticultural crops. These are some only examples of how can we do in the future, the blueberry and the raspberry and the solar panels. So this could be a challenge. Also vertical farming. So not only in big cities that should be done, but greening cities should be a start point for this uh, kind of approach. And from this source, we should look like this guy looks, from some biodiversity to this more green than concrete in our cities. Uh, we are also responsible to sustainable whole chain, and for that we should start choosing food that is grown and harvest close to where we are living. So this is a sustainable driver, and we should support our local farmers. And for that, we should also contribute to the climate change impact. So we should go for tomorrow locally grown and help them uh, to be more profitable, and also to change our lives in a better way. And this is not only few arguments that we should do that, looking at what means the fresh food that we should eat locally, and how we could increase the incomes for our farmers. Um, Actually, agriculture, it's only the one system that reduced greenhouses from by 20% since 1919. So we already did that, and just set up a new targets means that we should be more engaged in that. So we need to move forward, and hopefully with all our networking, we can contribute obviously more and more. Um, Only to add something that we should also consider it is that European Union is actually prepared and ready to easier open market access for traditional locally adapted varieties. And this is the signal that says that for farmers is better to start looking at the resilience, and also for the need of organic, that the quality seeds and availability of this kind of traditional seeds and local food should be also addressed. This is something that somehow stress out the new global market that is changing a little bit. And for this landscape, we should be ready to get me involved. Uh, it's also important to take in consideration the consumer. So part of the system and labeling horticulture and have a good traceability. It's a sign of trust and safe product ready to eat, and we should label it and should do the label with organic materials and innovative materials. So we should go as a horticulturer to be in a stronger connection with consumers. Not at the end of my presentation, I'll put this slide says that okay, what you should do as a academia. So academia should reinvent ourselves and be ready to address all the societal need that I already mentioned as opportunities and consider it as opportunities. So we have to adjust curricula to the reality and the future. We already know what is the future, how it looks like. European Union said that Green Deal. This is a deal that it's common engagement of all of us. So as a academia, we should prepare and be ready to prepare students, masters and PhDs in the new jobs that are already on the market and expecting us to deliver. So we have to do something that is really, really important and to shift and contribute more to this overarching goals. So I would say that only sky is the limit, and we can do more of that. So as a conclusion, I said choose healthy, choose sustainable diet, choose clean air, and choose green horticulture. It's the best deal that you can have. And not at the least, I want to congratulate Roxana and all the team and say that green luck for Hort4EUGREEN Project. Thank you very much.